Hello, this is Yasmin's Learning Belly Dance on how to make your straps for your Bellydance bra. I had a request from a few people about straps for if you're going to take off the original straps and put on your own straps. So I'm going to show a simple cutting that I do for my straps. You really can use any material that you wish to use. I would say don't use a material that will out-scratch itself, so nothing that will pull, similar to a too much of a nylon type of fabric. They have a dance wear fabric that scratches. You don't want anything that's like that would leave like a running eventually after tying and wearing your bras too many times, and that would happen. So you want to get something that's sturdy type of material that won't scratch. That's the first tip I would give you. And you can always leave the bottom straps on of your bra and just replace the straps that go over the shoulder, and if you want to make a halter style. But I'm just going to show you a cut style that you can do, and give you a tip on sewing the actual strap. What I usually do is I measure out the material with my measure tape. So what I usually do is I like my straps to be about this wide. So this was sitting across going up, it would be tied to the bra. So like this strap is a very skinny spaghetti strap, they call this, and this type of strap would not be advised for a halter top. I never advised this type of strap for a halter top, so something wider that was going to be around your neck. And you want the material to be comfortable because it's going to be tied behind your neck, so obviously. So I used to go something about this wide. In order to make a strap at this width here, you can always measure out, which is only about half size of your finger. So about 2.5 inches wide. And then the way you do that, I usually double the material and sew it in half. On the back side, it will be lined up against the skin. How I do that is if I have this size material, or you can just measure out 2.5 inches wide and then measure out another. So about 5 inches wide it would be before you sew it. Okay, so you'll notice here, like that, I have it, the width of that, and then doubled up the width. So that's all I did. So I started the cutting already from the end, and I made a little pin there so that way I know my width outward. So you want to mark where you were so you won't lose your width of the strap. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it straight across, and I'll pull this up when I cut it down, and then it's really up to you how long your straps will be, because sometimes the look of it being tied behind your back and some of it hanging looks pretty good. It's up to you really how long or short you want it. So when I do my halters, I have with a tie. Some people do halters where they have the rings around them, but that's usually if you're going to be doing the bottom half of the bras and taking those straps off. So getting to that, I'm just going to use this as a placement holder. You can use anything as a placement holder, so you have your measurement and you want to cut on a straight line. Now I'm not using my edged scissors because these are more for materials that have shredding issues. So, and this will leave a design of that shape, which isn't bad. It depends on your look of your halter straps. But right now I'm going for straight scissors. So I have cut the material up to that point there. And what you want to do is try to keep your hand as steady as you can, following on a straight line. Also, if you have one of these, this is also a good thing to use. You got your blade and you can slice straight up. A lot easier, but I'm going to go with the scissors, so I'm sure most people already have the scissors more than they have one of these. They run a good price, $36 or so, or higher, depending on the size. You want to be careful and even with your cutting. Of course, if you go off a little bit, don't, kill yourself for that one. Only thing you would have to do is once you sew it anyway, you wouldn't see any unevenness in it. And cutting. I would advise a good sharp pair of scissors for this, so you'll have less problem with the evenness of the cut. And if it becomes uneven somewhat, you can always measure it up later and always cut it evenly back again. So I'm going to pull that out. This here, this up. Pull the material downward so that way we can continue to finish cutting the rest of it straight down. It's fine if you mess up, because that happens at times, even with people who've been doing it quite some time. It happens. Not the big deal. Always just have yourself enough material to work with. I always advise that. Never know what could happen, so you don't want to have enough material. Always enough material. And going back into the cutting, move that there and cut. And cut. Certain parts would be uneven somewhat with your cutting, but like I said, it'll be fine when you sew it. It won't be much of a matter as long as you measure up right once you begin sewing the halves into whole. Okay, now that's measured. Move that out of the way. And we have one single piece. It's pretty much even. Some pieces, maybe a little in certain sections. That's okay. You can always fix that later. Now the point I'm going to show you. Get your fabric up. Now, we have our straps, really. So once you do that, you want to measure it up and make sure it's even with the length. But these are going to be your two parts of your strap, so no big deal there. Then you want to actually take that and cut straight across the top of there, like this, here, and cut, and cut. Okay. So, once that's done, you have two straps now. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take this here, and you're going, if you have an yarn, that would be perfect, but you can't, this type of material, you can't put an yarn directly on. It's got a type of a velvet suede feel to it. So know your material. You can always put a towel or a cloth on top of that to sew the shape down, but I'm just going to use pressure at this point to show you what I mean. Okay, so folding it, folding, pressure, pressure, okay, holding that in place. Then you want to grab the other side and do the exact same thing, okay, and pressure. I'm going to grab some pins here to get me holding them in place. Okay, as long as that's holding, so I give you the idea what's going to happen here. And holding, and press, pin, and pin it there. Okay, and continuing down the way. You're going to do this with both straps. This is the way I make my straps. I'm not sure how everyone makes theirs, but this is the way I make mine. Has worked for me in the past. It's also on how thick you want your straps, how thin you want your straps, but I never would go with a spaghetti style strap for a halter because it may become uncomfortable. Also, it doesn't have the staying power that a thicker strap does, especially when holding up the weight of your chest. So when you're pinning again, you want to pin it there. Make sure that's staying. So I can flip it over and show you the width now. And pinning again. I use these pins a lot these days. It helps with the placement before you begin to sew. And show you what you're going to do, because once you sew, you don't want to, like, you know, have it messed up. So these give you an idea of what you're going to do without it being set already and messed up. Okay, so once those are placed, you can flip it over, and you see you have a nice size strap here. And you would just sew the other side. Once you have that side on one end, will go attached to your bra, like so. So you would attach it there, and you would have it, and it would be laying up against the skin for your halter. You see? So very simple making straps, not very difficult at all. Hopefully this tutorial was very helpful to you on how to make your Bellydance bra straps for your halter top style bra, rather fusion or cabaret, whatever the style you may be. Thanks for watching. This has been Yasmin learning Bellydance, how to make your Bellydance bra straps.